Hello students, welcome to your geography class. As you know, we are continuing the fourth chapter, climate. The onset of the monsoon and withdrawal. The monsoon, unlike the threats, are not steady events but are also pleasant in nature. Okay, so as we know that monsoon, okay, we have a great impact of monsoon in Indian climate. Okay, and of course, monsoon provides us not only rainfall, also a pleasant nature. Okay, different time monsoon affects different types of atmospheric condition. Okay, in between 100 to 120 days, we have or we experience monsoon in our country from the month of June to mid of September. Okay, so this is the arrival time of monsoon wind with in between June to mid of September. Okay, sometimes we have the normal rainfall increases. Okay, sometimes this happens that the normal rainfall increases suddenly and continues constantly for several days. This is known as the burst of monsoon. So, as we know that we experience monsoon rainfall normally, but sometimes when the amount of rainfall increase and it continue to have rainfall for several days, this is known as the burst of monsoon, and this can be distinguished from the pre-monsoon showers. So the burst of monsoon we experience in different part of our country. The monsoon arrives first at the southern tip of India peninsula generally, but the first week of June. Okay, so Indian peninsula generally by the first week of June. Subsequently, so when it enters the first in the southern tip of India within the month of June, it divides into two parts, the Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch reaches the Mumbai about 10 days later on approximately 10th of June. The Arabian Sea branch reaches where in Mumbai about 10 days later approximately 10th of June. See, the date is given here is approximate. It is not fixed, but as we experienced monsoon, we have seen that within the first week of June, monsoon enters India and it hits Mumbai within the first week of June by the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon. Okay, because in the southern part of India, monsoon divides into two parts. So we have two different. So by the mid of June, Arabian Sea branch of monsoon arrives over Saurashtra and Kutch and the central part of the country. The Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal branch monsoon merge over the northwestern part. So there is two branch of monsoon, Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. Arabian Sea branch of monsoon provides rainfall and affects the western part of India, and the Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon affects the eastern part of India, and they both collide in the northwestern part of Ganga Plains. Delhi generally receives the monsoon showers from the Bay of Bengal branch by the end of June. Tentative dates is 19th of June. So the tentative dates for rainfall is in Delhi is 29th of June. So as you can see, within the first week of June, monsoon enters within the southern part of India, and within the last week of June, it covers up the northwestern part also of India. also. By the first week of July, western Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, eastern Rajasthan experience the monsoon. By mid of July, the monsoon reaches Himalaya Pradesh and the rest of the country. So by the July month, it covers up Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Himachal Pradesh also. So as you can see, at the first is mentioned that we experience 100 to 120 days monsoon in our country. Okay, and within the first week of June, it enters from the southern part of India, and by the month of June, it covers up the northwestern part also. In the month of July, because Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, they are more in the northern portion of India. By the mid of July, it also reaches the Himachal Pradesh and the rest of the country. So this is the arrival of monsoon. Next, the withdrawal of monsoon. It means the retreating time of monsoon. As we know that when monsoon enters India, same way monsoon also returns from our country. When after the month of September, it means from the October month, monsoon started retreating from our country. This is known also the withdrawal of monsoon. The withdrawal of the monsoon begins in the northwestern state of India by early September. By mid of October, it withdraws completely from the northern half of the peninsula. Okay, so withdrawal and or retreat of the monsoon is more gradual process. Okay, it's also a gradual process. So the withdrawal of monsoon begins when the from the last part or from the northern part of India. So the northwestern states of India by early September, by mid of October, it withdraws from completely from the northern half, and by the month of December or by the month of last of November, it completely withdraw from the southern part of India also. So it start retreating first from the northern part by the month of October, then within the month of November or with the month of December, it completely retreat from the southern part of India also. But there is two islands also in our country. These islands receives the very first monsoon showers progressively from the south to north, from the first week of April to first week of May. The withdrawal takes place progressively. So, because these two islands is in the southern extreme part of India, where they get the first or they experience the first monsoon. Same way, they are the last one who experience monsoon. So it means within the first month of June, they get the monsoon winds. Same way, they are the last one who experience the monsoon. So from these two islands, monsoon retreats uh, in the month of January, as you can see. So within the first week of January, monsoon retreat from this two island. Okay, so this is the arrival and withdrawal of monsoon. Now we are going to discuss about the seasons. Okay, so as we know that in India we are having different types of season on the basis of monsoon only. It means when monsoon enters India, that time we have rainy season. Before this rainy season, we have summer season. And when monsoon retreat, we have winter season or cold weather season. The cold weather season begins from the mid of November in the North India. So as we all know, as we all are living in the northern part of India, we know that cold weather season begins from the mid of November in the northern India and started increasing. Okay, in the month of December, January, and up to February, sometimes up to first week of March also, we experience cold weather season or winter season in our country. This time, okay, now because we have two part of India. Okay, topic of cancer wise, we have two part of India, northern part of India, southern part of India. So the way temperature decreases in the northern part of India, we experience averagely less than 10 degrees centigrade of temperature, but it is not same in the southern part of India. Their uh, temperature during this cold weather season or winter season is about 24 to 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, while the ranges of the temperature in northern plain is 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. So it's totally different in the southern part, and in the northern part of India, the cold weather season or winter season is totally different. So during this winter season, the northeast trade winds prevail over the country. They blow from land to sea. So because now we it started winter season or cold weather season in our country. So now in land we have the high pressure zone and we have low pressure zone in the water bodies or in the sea area. So what happened that during this winter season, wind blow from land towards sea. Okay, for most part of the country it is and for the most part of the country it is a dry season, because now we don't have monsoon in our country. There is no moisture in the wind or very less amount of moisture in the wind, and that's why maximum parts of country is a dry season at this time. Some amount of rainfall occurs in Tamil Nadu coast from the this wind. Okay, but there is a particular states in India which is Tamil Nadu. They gets two time of rainfall. When monsoon enters, they get the first rainfall, which is a very which is very little in amount. But when monsoon retreat during this winter season, this Tamil Nadu gets huge amount of rainfall. So the Tamil Nadu is a state of India. They get second time of rainfall due to monsoon wind during winter season. Okay, but rest of the part of India, it is a dry season. There is a southwestern part of country due to, of course, western cyclone disturbance. We also got some amount of rainfall. Okay, as we learned about the western cyclone disturbance, due to western cyclone disturbance, the northwestern part of India sometimes gets rainfall. Okay, so what is the characteristics of winter season? Now, the weather is normally marked by the clear sky, low temperature, low humidity, and feeble. So, these are the characteristics of winter season or cold weather season. Now, the weather is normally marked by the clear sky. There is no cloud, or there is very less cloud in the sky. Low temperature, of course. In the northern part of India, it is very much cold. Sometimes we have less than 0 degree temperature and low humidity. Okay, so these are the characteristics of cold weather season. A characteristic feature of cold weather season over the northern plains is the inflow of cyclonic disturbance from the west and the northwest. A characteristic feature of cold weather season over the northern plains is the inflow of cyclonic disturbance in the west and northwest. Okay, so how this cyclone disturbance affects the northwestern part of India. That this low pressure system originate over the Mediterranean Sea and Western Asia in and move towards Asia. So this type of disturbance, okay, this type of cyclone originate from the Mediterranean Sea during the summer season in Western Asian parts, and it started moving towards India along with the westerly flow. They caused the much needed winter rains over the plains and snowfall in the mountains. Okay, so as we know, that due to monsoon in the northwestern part of India, we have less than 75 centimeter of rainfall, which is not sufficient for the rainfall. So this type of cyclone disturbance, winter cyclone disturbance or western cyclone disturbance, helps to get rainfall, much needed rainfall during this winter season. Okay, in northwestern part as well as in mountain region. Although the total amount of this winter rainfall locally known as Mahavat. So what is the local name of winter rainfall? Now it is Mahavat. It is very small, not like a monsoon rainfall. Okay, due to this cyclone disturbance, we are not going to have 200 centimeter rainfall, but it's provided us some amount of rainfall which is sufficient or as well as very much required for Rabi crops. So this type of rainfall during winter season is important for cultivation of Rabi crops, because the northern and northwestern parts of India is cultivating rabi crops. Okay, so they of course require these type of rainfall. Okay, so this is the characteristics of winter or cold weather season. Now, the peninsular region does not have the same or well-defined cold season. As I said, okay, due to Tropic of Cancer, we have two separate parts in our country, northern part and southern part. So we have discussed about the winter seasons mainly in northern part of India, where we have clear sky, very low temperature, low humidity. Due to western cyclone disturbance, we have rainfall, but it is not similar with the southern part of India. The peninsular region does not have a well-defined cold season. They don't have the well-defined cold season during this these months. Okay, they are hardly there. There is hardly any defined cold season in the peninsular region because the peninsular region of India is very much close to sea, as we know, if you are close to sea, you always have a moderate climate. It means you are not having extreme hot season, you are not having extreme cold weather season. So, because the peninsular region of India is very much close to sea, we don't have or they don't have the extreme cold weather season in these months. And as we northern people of India, we are living far from the ocean or water bodies, so we are experiencing extreme kind of cold weather season. That's why in the northern part of India we have less than sometimes 5 to 6, sometimes we have 10 degree centigrade temperatures. In some places we have 5 degree, 2 degrees, zero, sometimes less than 0 degree temperature. But in the southern part of India is hardly noticeable cold weather season we can experience, and they always have the moderating type of climate, because it is always the climate of the southern part of India is influenced by the sea or by the oceans. Okay, so this is all about the cold weather season. Okay, this is clear to all of you, hopefully. So we have seen now how cold weather season we have different in different parts of India. It is not same in both the parts of India. Okay, so thank you students for watching today's video.